All right, dudes, what it do? I'm in the car right now in between some meetings, looking like alpha dad with the vest on, ready to get my finances in order, ready to go to your kid's hockey game with the lettuce. You see it right there. Uh-huh. But I'm not going to be as creative as we usually are with this one because it's been a bit of a hectic week, but I'm still giving you guys that content, okay? So don't say I'm not out here doing my thing for the league, all right? I'm looking at you people who have never done these things. You got to be part of this. You got to be something greater than just you, okay? This is for the continuity and the greatness of the league. So I'm going to give it to you guys here. I'm going to start with the Sheet versus the Keith, okay? And let me just say something. The Sheet, you have long outlived your name, okay? Talk about not doing something for the greater good of the league. You got to have a new name. We're just tired of this shit, okay? It's like someone not doing their punishment, okay? Not changing your name for 6 years. And I think you're finally being out-sheeted, okay? You think you're smarter than us because your V lookups and all that stuff. Okay, Puka, that might have been a nice pickup, but I'm giving it to Keith this week, all right? I think my man, Jay Fields, he's going to go buck wild all over Washington. He's going to just run like crazy, and Keith's going to pull this one. So, Jablonski, please finally change that name. And then we got, what do we got next? We got OC versus my boy Brett. Got a little West Coast matchup. And OC, you know, your team, you figured it out, man. We're making Seattle proud out here. And you got JT possibly coming back. That's exciting, but who knows? Him and the team might have a little beef still. And Brett, he's just got that Swifty power, man. So I think at the end of the day, I think, Kelsey's going to be just super excited riding that high. Got that girlfriend. Who knows if it's real or not, seriously. But I think I got to give this one to Brett because of that. What do we got next? YD and Pat. Pat, your team is just no good, man. I don't know what's going on with you, honestly, this year. That's tough, but hopefully you figure that shit out. This guy's walking past soon. Let's see if he gives me a funny look. Shit, I'm kind of hungry. I gotta get something to eat, guys. All right, so we got Pat, YD. Pat, like I said, your team is absolutely trash. La basura. And YD, your team is absolutely la basura as well. But, at the end of the day, I like YD. He's kind of figuring it out. His team is like herpes. They just keep coming back. And he seems to have a knack for finding these guys. I mean, his quarterback out of nowhere got friggin', a bunch of rushing touchdowns and stuff last week. So props to him for making some moves and figuring stuff out. Unlike some of these people in this league who are sitting at 0-4 and not making any moves. Oscar, I'm looking at you. So YD, I kind of like you this week, man. I'm gonna pick YD. All right, so we got John versus me this week. And John, it's kind of funny. I feel like John's team is just absolutely lost when there's no Patriots players that are doing anything at all, which is this year. It's been really tough to watch the Patriots, man. I can't even talk smack about it anymore. Can't talk smack about anybody else's team because ours is so bad. But luckily, my team is kind of nice in fantasy football, fake football. But, John's is, it's all right. It's all right. And I got a lot of boys on bye this week, so I'm going to give it to John. But I will say, I feel like you guys aren't spending enough attention picking the team's defense that is playing the Giants, because that has gotten me a lot of points, and you guys keep letting me pick those guys up. So Dolphins D, they're going to be scoring like 30 points this week against the Giants because the Giants are absolutely trash. But I still got John, the end of the day. This week, John putting together an okay team. All right, we got Oscar versus Jay Dukes. And Jay Dukes, man, you really put together a formidable division by picking people who have historically been the worst. But it's really coming back to bite you now, man. You know that. Eventually the law of large numbers will come back to get you. And I think that's what's been happening in favor of me and OC this year, right? Eventually we're going to pick some good players, no matter if we're actually trash fantasy football players or not. And it just so happens that both of us this year have put it together. But I will tell you one team that has not, and that is Oscar's 0-4 ass. Okay, that team is one of the worst teams that has ever been in our league. Mark it down. And I don't know why you started this guy last week, man. I don't even remember his name that is playing for Cleveland. But hopefully you can turn it around, man, okay? You know, it's only been 4 games. And I know you haven't won a game, but, you know, I think you will eventually this season, and that'll be great for you. And you know why? Because I'm picking you this week, man. I'm picking you this week to beat Jay Dukes. I know I literally just said that it's one of the worst teams out there, but you're turning it around now. You're going to make it work. Maybe you need a new team name to switch that, but actually maybe not, because that's bad luck. But, you know, Jay Dukes, I feel like you gotten kind of lucky this year, man. I'll be honest with you, with a couple of those early wins. You got guys like Nico Collins on your team going off. That's just not going to happen anymore, man. The Texans, they're not a good squad, okay? They've gotten a little bit lucky, but they're not a good squad. So I think Oscar's going to win this one. And last, I think this is the last one, Belby and Arjun. Arjun, you just changed your name in the middle of the season. Like I just said, that's bad luck. And so I got to go with Belby, man. I think Belby, he's going to pull this one. He's been gritty, making some moves on the waiver wire. I see you, dog. And so I think things are going to turn around for you. Arjun, your team is incredibly explosive, but I feel like the team changing the name of your team, it's not great, man. So you don't want to go with that in the middle of the season. I'm a superstitious guy. I think that's bad luck. And I'm going to go get myself a sandwich. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Say hello to all your friends. Say hello to your family for me. And, you know, if you got anyone who has a lot of money, who needs help with their financial services, send them my way, all right? Peace.